Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty the Sultan receives a verbal message from His Highness the Emir of the State of Kuwait during His Majesty's reception at Al Baraka Palace of the First Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior of Kuwait. His Majesty the Sultan issues 3 royal decrees. His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud affirms during his reception of the Secretary General of the International Trade Union Confederation that the Sultanate of Oman pays great attention to supporting the parties involved in the production process to enhance the working environment and conditions for all workers in the state sectors. And the public prosecution revealed during its annual conference that it has completed about 98% of the number of cases referred to it last year and reviews indicators and statistics on the number of rulings issued and executed. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq gave an audience at Al Baraka Palace this morning to His Excellency Sheikh Fahad Yusuf Saud Al Sabah, First Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior of the State of Kuwait. His Excellency the guest conveyed a verbal message to His Majesty the Sultan from His Highness Sheikh Mishal Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, related to strengthening the strong bilateral relations between the two countries to serve the common interest. The meeting was also reviewed areas of military and security cooperation between the Sultanate of Oman and the State of Kuwait and ways to develop them in the way that contributes to establishing stability and security in the two countries and all countries of the region. The meeting was attended by His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for Defense Affairs, His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Nasser Al Hajri, Ambassador of the State of Kuwait to the Sultanate of Oman, and Major General Hamid Manahi Al Mutairi, Assistant Under Secretary for Criminal Security Affairs at the Kuwaiti Ministry of Interior. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues 3 royal decrees. Royal Decree number 18/2025 establishing a promising companies market. Article 1, a sub-market in Muscat Stock Exchange SAOC called Promising Companies Market. Article 2, the Financial Services Authorities supervises and monitors companies listed on the Promising Companies Market. Article 3, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Financial Services Authority issues regulations and decisions necessary to implement provisions of this decree besides incentives and facilitations granted to the companies listed in the Promising Companies Market by coordinating with concerned bodies. Article 4. This decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 19/2025 ratifies agreement between the government of the Sultanate of Oman and the government of the Republic of Maldives on mutual visa exemptions for holders of diplomatic, special service and official passports. Article 1 ratifies the aforementioned agreement according to the attached annex. Article 2, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 20/2025 ratifies agreement between Government of the Sultanate of Oman and Government of the Mongolia on mutual visa exemption for holder of diplomatic, special service and official passports. Article 1 ratifies the aforementioned agreement according to the attached annex. Article 2, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, receives His Excellency Luc Triangle, Secretary General of the International Trade Union Confederation, who is visiting the Sultanate of Oman to attend a symposium towards a more sustainable social dialogue organized by the General Federation of Oman Trade Unions. After welcoming the guest, His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed expressed the Sultanate of Oman's appreciation for the constructive role played by the International Trade Union Confederation in encouraging cooperation between trade unions in the countries of the world. His Highness affirmed the Sultan's full cooperation with International Federation through the General Federation of Oman Workers, which seeks to protect the interests of workers, raise the productive efficiency of workers, consolidate the values of work, develop work skills, enhance their capabilities and raise their professional level. His Highness also indicated that the Sultanate of Oman pays great attention to supporting the three parties to the production process: the government represented by the Ministry of Labour, business owners represented by the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and work represented by the General Federation of Oman Workers, in order to enable each party to carry out its responsibilities in service of the objectives set by the Omani labour law, with the aim of continuing to enhance the work environment and conditions for all workers in the state sectors. During the meeting, they reviewed cooperation between the Sultanate of Oman and the International Trade Confederation and ways to enhance it in various fields, and exchange experiences to serve the interests of workers and contribute to maintaining the positive rates of comprehensive and sustainable development witnessed by the country. For his part, the Secretary General of the International Trade Union Cooperation expressed his deep thanks and appreciation to the Sultanate of Oman for hosting this symposium and for the good preparation that contributed to reaching many positive results, stressing that the Sultanate of Oman is one of the leading countries in organizing trade union work and protecting workers' rights. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Dr. Mahad bin Saeed Ba'awain, Minister of Labour, and Nabhan bin Ahmed Al-Battashi, Chairman of the General Federation of Oman Workers. His Excellency Sheikh Fahad Yusuf Al-Subah, First Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior of the State of Kuwait, and his accompanying delegation arrived in the country today on the visit to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency was received upon his arrival at the Seeb Air Base by His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for Defense Affairs, a number of senior officers of the Sultan Armed Forces, and His Excellency the Ambassador of the State of Kuwait to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received General Metin Gurak, Chief of the General State of the Republic of Turkey, who is on an official visit to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency the Minister of the Royal Office welcomed the guest and his accompanying delegation, praising the bilateral relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Turkey. The two sides also discussed ways to enhance joint bilateral cooperation to enhance the security of the two countries. His Excellency Engineer Uday bin Hilal Al-Ma'wali, Head of the Medical City for Military and Security Services, received at the Medical City Headquarters Lieutenant General Metin Gurak, Chief of the General Staff of the Republic of Turkey, and his accompanying delegation. During the meeting, a number of topics in the medical and healthcare fields were discussed. The Lieutenant General, Chief of the General Staff of the Republic of Turkey, and his accompanying delegation were also briefed on the departments and facilities of the Medical City Hospital for Military and Security Services, Muscat. The number of cases referred to the public prosecution during the past year increased by 22.5% on the annual basis, exceeding 46,300 cases, including misdemeanor, felonies, violations, administrative complaints, and incidents. The annual conference of the public prosecution revealed that about 98% of the total cases referred to it were completed by the public prosecution, whether by referral, filing or criminal order. Labor law crimes came in the first place among the five most common crimes last year, followed by check crimes, then foreign residence law crimes, then fraud, theft and extortion crimes. Still to come in our news bulletin. Bahla Winter Festival in the Governorate of Al Dakhliya includes various touristic, cultural and entertainment activities. Welcome back to the news. Aspects of military cooperation between the Sultanate of Oman and the Islamic Republic of Pakistan were reviewed by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Nasser Al-Zabi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Defense, when he received Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Babar, Chief of Air Staff of Pakistan Air Force, and his accompanying delegation. During the meeting, the two sides discussed a number of military topics with mutual concern, which were served as joint interest of both countries. Vice Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis Al-Raisi, Chief of Staff of the Sultan Armed Forces, received Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Babar, Chief of Air Staff of Pakistan Air Force. The two sides discussed a number of matters of mutual concern between the Sultanate of Oman and the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Air Vice Marshal Khamis bin Hamid Al-Ghafri, Commander of the Royal Air Force of Oman, received Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Babar, Chief of Air Staff of Pakistan Air Force. During the meeting, the two sides exchanged cordial talks and exchanged viewpoints on a number of matters of mutual concern. The National Defense College at the Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies has concluded the second annual International Forum on Strategic Issues and Global Trends. The college brought together top military leaders, researchers and experts from local, regional and international institutions to discuss emerging defense technologies from development to impact. The forum featured research papers, lectures and interactive discussions analyzing key trends in defense technology. Experts examined its evolution challenges and strategic implications, providing comprehensive recommendations within regulatory and legal frameworks to address current and future security challenges. The final day featured several research in papers and panel discussions, culminating in key recommendations and strategic insights. The Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Ministry of Transport, Communications and Information Technology, and the Republic of Cyprus, represented by the Ministry of State for Maritime Transport, signed two memoranda of understanding. The first memoranda related to enhancing cooperation in maritime affairs, while the second one relates to mutual recognition of maritime certificates issued in the two countries in accordance with the International Convention on Standards of Training, Certification and Watchkeeping for Seafarers of 1978 and its amendments. The two memorandum of understanding were signed on the Omani side by His Excellency Engineer Saeed bin Hamoud Al-Ma'wali, Minister of Transport, Communications and Information Technology, while the Cypriot side were signed by the Deputy Minister of Maritime Transport. Running until February the 5th, the International Conference Heritage, Tourism and Culture Renewed Visions for Civilization Development was inaugurated at the University of Nizwa under the patronage of His Excellency Salim bin Mohammed Al Mahrouki, Minister of Heritage and Tourism. Here's more on the report.
With the participation of nearly 200 researchers, academics and experts in tourism, heritage and culture from Oman and abroad, the international conference Heritage, Tourism and Culture, Renewed Visions for Civilization Development commenced at the University of Nizwa, providing a platform for scholars and industry stakeholders to explore innovative approaches to heritage preservation and sustainable tourism.
This conference is very significant. We strongly believe that there are, beside the scientific papers that are going to be presented in this conference, there will be stakeholders involved in these workshops, and we believe that we will benefit from the outcomes of those workshops.
Over 80 research papers will shed light on the evolving dynamics of the cultural and tourism sectors, focusing on fostering economic growth and preserving national identity. Alongside the discussions, specialized workshops will be held, focusing on heritage industries, tourism strategies, and museum management.
There are many, but the most important ones are the development and the development of the heritage, the sites, the different sites in Oman, and also how to integrate this in investment and how to integrate it in academic programs. We are at the University of Nizwa. We are focusing as well on research and teaching programs that focus on tourism, how to develop the different sites, especially in Oman, and how to address as well cultural bonds that are very important to youth and the current topics that are important right now around the world.
Complementing the academic discussions, a dedicated exhibition is being held during the conference, showcasing a range of displays from artisans, cultural organizations, and tourism enterprises, highlighting traditional crafts, historical artifacts, and emerging projects, aimed at enhancing Oman's position as a cultural and tourism hub. The insights shared at the conference are expected to inspire initiatives where heritage, tourism and culture drive sustainable development. Reporting from the University of Nizwa, this is Salih Bakhalfan Rahbi, Al-Dakhiliya, Governorate.
For the second consecutive year, the Bahla Winter Festival returns to the historic Bahla Fort, offering a unique blend of the Wilaya's rich heritage and modern vibrancy. With a diverse lineup of cultural, entertainment and tourism activities, the festival not only celebrates Bahla's history, but also plays a key role in attracting visitors and enhancing Oman's tourism sector. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Bahla Fort provides a fitting backdrop for this annual event. The festival also fosters economic opportunities with active participation from small and medium enterprises looking to benefit from this event. The festival was inaugurated under the patronage of His Excellency Salim bin Mohammed Al Mahrouki, Minister of Heritage and Tourism. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan receives a verbal message from His Highness the Emir of the State of Kuwait during His Majesty's reception at Al Baraka Palace, Prime Minister and Minister of Interior of Kuwait. His Majesty the Sultan issues 3 royal decrees. His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud affirms during his reception of the Secretary General of the International Trade Union Confederation that the Sultanate of Oman pays great attention to supporting the parties involved in the production process to enhance the working environment and conditions for all workers in the state sectors. And the public prosecution revealed during its annual conference that it has completed about 98% of the number of cases referred to it last year and reviews indicators and statistics on the number of rulings issued and executed. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night and stay safe.